Here in My Heart is a piece of music that I started work on quite a few years ago. And it started off as just a sort of little Celtic refrain going round on a repeat. And then I sort of started working on it and decided I wanted to make it a bit of a bigger piece. I started to add more instruments into it, a bigger introduction. The piece got longer and more involved. And when I suddenly realized the piece was 7 or 8 minutes long, the little Celtic voice refrain that I'd got Hayley to sing just didn't feel like it fitted with the song anymore. It just wasn't quite right. So I ended up having to rewrite it right at the last minute. I had to go to the record company and say, I'm ever so sorry, but I've got to do a bit more work on this. And so I wrote to Hayley and I said, I'm ever so sorry, but I need you to re-sing it. She said, oh, what, just a couple of lines? I said, no, the whole thing, rewritten it all. And the story that I tell around that is it's a piece of advice that John Wetton never gave me, but something I imparted from his work. John Wetton had these uncanny ability to be able to write wonderful verses as well as wonderful choruses. You never just waited to get to the chorus, you were singing along with him in the verses. And I always decided that it was so important to get the verses right as well, and that's what happened with this song. I just didn't feel that they were cutting it, and so I had to rewrite them, and as I finished it I thought, yeah, John would be happy with that.
My favorite track on the album is the song Here in My Heart. I got to take an extended violin solo on that song, and what was exciting for me was I actually got to add to what was originally written. I actually got to throw in some bits that weren't part of the initial music, and that was very exciting, and I was really thrilled that Oliver enjoyed my contributions.
In the Moonlight is a piece of music a type of music I don't write very often. I often have a lot of chords and musicality going on in pieces of music, but In the Moonlight was a very, very gentle, relatively simple piece of music. But what I wanted to do with this piece of music was slowly build it throughout the song. It started off really gently, and Oliver Day comes in with some classical guitar, and we slowly build through with Hayley. And by the end of it, there's everything going on, but you almost don't realise that it's happened. It's the only other track that I really play a few lead guitar lines on as well, but I've always really enjoyed that piece of music. It has a special place for me in my heart, that track.
In the Moonlight. When Oliver first sent me the demos, Oliver was singing on these demos before Hayley had done her parts. So I was learning these songs in my home studio, but I would have it on in the kitchen, just learning the song, having it playing through the system. And my daughter would come in and she just started singing the chorus all the time. I just, like, every day would come up to me and sing In the Moonlight, which was very cute and will always be a memory of mine. She was only 5, so it was a magical time. I think I actually recorded her singing it and sent it off to Oliver, and I think he found it quite cute.
Very good, Caitlin.